Hi, my name is Lane, and this is Protecting Yourself from the Sun. Sunburn can be a very common thing we see in the summer months, but did you know that the sun's rays can be damaging at any time of the year? According to the CDC, reflection from snow and sand and water increases sun exposure. The skier has sunburn from light reflecting off of the snow. The bodies have a natural pigment called melanin. Melanin also acts as the SPF protection. It is more prominent in darker skin than in lighter tones. But every person, even with darker skin, needs to wear sunscreen. Melanin does not stop all UV rays from penetrating the skin, so it is important to wear sunscreen. Sunlight is needed, and it is needed for the synthesis of vitamin D. Sunlight enters the skin, changing as it travels to the liver, becoming an inactive form of vitamin D. It then travels from the liver to the kidneys, where it becomes the active form of vitamin D called calcitriol, or more commonly known as vitamin D3. In that regard, sun exposure is beneficial for vitamin D synthesis, but one should avoid too much exposure to the sun's rays, because excessive UV exposure can cause premature skin aging and can increase your chances of getting skin cancer. So today I'm going to advise you on ways to protect your skin from excessive sun exposure. We're going to start with vitamin D. I feel we need to go over this topic a bit because I don't feel we need to be afraid of the sun, just more cautious over exposure. It is important to know why vitamin D is important. Vitamin D is needed for the absorption of calcium. Calcium is important for bone health, muscle movement, and nerve impulses, just to name a few things. Not enough vitamin D equals not enough calcium, which can lead to bone disorders like osteoporosis, which we see up in the left here, which is a gap in the bones and causing bones to become more brittle. We also have rickets, which we can see more often in children, which is a softening of the bones leading to malformations, which we can see in the bowing of the legs. It also can cause abnormal heart rhythms and muscle spasms. 10 to 15 minutes on the face of sunlight on the face, arms, back, or legs is enough time to get enough vitamin D. We can also get it in our diet with vitamin D fortified foods like milk and orange juice, certain fish like salmon, eggs, cheese, and also fruits and vegetables like carrots, broccoli, and mangoes. We can also get it through supplements, but you should talk to your doctor to find the recommended dose. Now we get to avoiding excessive sun exposure. The easiest way is to cover up, using large brim hats, clothing to cover as much skin as possible, light clothing on hot days, warmer clothing on the cold days. Darker clothing can also protect better. You should also avoid the sun when the rays are the strongest, usually from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you're outside at this time, you should find some shade. And remember that cloudy days do not act as shade. UV rays can still penetrate the clouds. You should also avoid tanning beds to get a base tan, because repeated skin exposure to UV radiation, whether from the sun or a tanning bed, increases the risk of premature aging and skin cancer. And also, there is no such thing as a healthy tan. So make sure that you are protecting yourself, and because once you start getting that tan and sunburn, the damage is already done. Our next point is going to be sunscreen. It should be broad spectrum SPF 30 or higher, applied frequently and generously in areas not protected by clothing. Reapply this every 40 to 80 minutes, more often if you're swimming or sweating. It is best to apply this 15 to 30 minutes before sun exposure. That way it can penetrate the skin and work more effectively. You should also remember to protect your eyes in wearing sunglasses. Corey Whelan and an optometrist, Anne-Marie Griffin, say that eyes can get sunburnt just the same way skin can. So pick sunglasses that protect from UVA and UVB rays. Darker lenses don't mean better. It would be best if they fit around the eyes and close to the face for better protection. On a side note that I would like to mention, taking some medications may cause you to be more sensitive to the sun's rays as a side effect. This can cause you to have sunburn-like rash or even increase your sensitivity to light. Common medications are antihistamines like Benadryl, antibiotics, antidepressants, antipsychotics, and some cholesterol-lowering drugs like simvastatin and lovastatin. So make sure you're talking to your doctor about the side effects of your medications. In conclusion, we talked about the importance of vitamin D and that sunlight is beneficial, but yet avoiding excessive sun exposure by covering up, using sunscreen, wearing sunglasses, and I also noted that some meds can increase your sensitivity to the sun. Hope this helps you decide how to protect yourself and others. Thank you for listening.